Welcome to the Idea Factory. I'm Ed Sobey, and this show is all about helping you invent neat things. Today, we're playing with things that pump and squirt water. Oh, no, oh, enough, oh. Well, you get the idea. Oh, thank you. Hey, isn't that somebody I know?
Hi, I'm Glow, and this is Dim. We're the bright guys.
We're the stars of the show because we know all about inventing.
We're not the stars, and you don't know anything about inventing.
Well, even if we don't know anything about inventing, we're the stars because we look so good.
We've got a great group of kids from Fort Washington Elementary School's Odyssey of the Mind team. They went to the world competition just a couple months ago. Hey guys, how was that competition? And they placed 6th in the world in the spontaneous part. You're really going to be able to use that today when we do our Imagineering, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, good. We also have a group from Trinity Presbyterian Church, the Forest Group. Hello there.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, how are you?
Fine. Great.
All right, you guys went to Missouri last year. Adam, what was that all about?
Oh, it was a great experience for us all. And, we went there and we helped all the flood victims after the floods, and we cleaned up the houses. It was a great experience for us all. Real sense of accomplishment.
That's wonderful, and I imagine you learned some things that you'll be able to do today
that's right.
when you do some inventing with us. What do you have there?
Well, this is a water squirter, and in here there's a trigger, which is pushing a pump, and 2 valves. And
So in that water squirter, the important parts are the pump and the 2 valves.
yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Adam, what do you have?
Well, basically, we've got a rubber hose here, and you can fill this end, and it expands with water, and then shut off here. Now, the force of the elasticity of the rubber wanting to return back to its original form forces the water out, making it spray out this opening here.
So there's a different way of squirting water.
Yes.
Jeff, you have one back there too?
Yes, we do. We have,
Oh, you got a pump.
and it's very similar to just a piston with 2 valves.
Mm-hmm. Let me hold one of them.
Great, thanks.
And how's this working?
The piston will take in water up through here, and then this valve will release, and you'll get water up top.
Okay, when the valve releases, the water can come up top, and then when you lift the handle, the valve can go back down.
Yes.
And then the water has no place to go except coming out there.
Yes, very similar to a pump that you
Okay.
find in a house.
Now that's 2 or 3 different methods of pumping and squirting water. Who's got another one?
I do.
Okay, and what is that?
This is more of an air pressure pump. When you press this, pressure goes up through the valves in here, and then when you spray it, it just goes back out through with all the pressure.
Each of these parts and designs was made by people who were solving problems. They were inventing solutions. Are you guys inventors?
Yeah, we are.
You bet you are. Every time you solve a problem, you're an inventor. If you come up with a new device or a new process or material, you could get a patent like famous inventors do. And we'll meet some inventors a little later in the show. This lawn sprinkler looks great. This is a different type of a water squirter. Who would like to take this one apart?
We would.
All right, come on over. Today, you're part of our official wrecking crew. You need the helmets and the goggles, and these are for safety. And you can find tools in our refrigerator toolbox over in the corner. And go ahead and take this apart, and we'll check back with you later and see what parts you found and see what makes this work. All right, have fun.
Gee, can I turn this thing on?
Oh, no, Corey, better not. We've been working on that robotic arm for some time, and I don't think it works just yet. This is an invention that we've been working on. We call it a no-bot. It's just like a robot, but it does nothing. And we've given it a name, Mr. Pendulum. He swings, but he doesn't get anywhere. I tell you what, give it a try, and we'll see what happens. But better stand back after you pull the lever.
Okay.
Oh, it's working, it's working, it's working. It's not working. See what I mean? It does nothing at all. But we do have something that works pretty well here, and that's our Idea Vision. Hey, Jeff, do you have that working?
Yeah.
Would you tune her in for us, please?
Yes, I would.
Now this is no little water squirter. Are you ready?
Thanks, Angelo, for that refreshing report from the biggest squirter in town. Did you know that pumps were first invented 2,000 years ago by the ancient Egyptians? Where's that, Jeff? There's ancient Egypt, same place as modern Egypt. And did you also know that pumps are invented and manufactured right here in the San Joaquin Valley? A company called Grundfos Pumps in Clovis develops new pumps and sells them all over the world. What do you have there?
This is a different type of pump.
It's a submersible pump. They put it in the well, and it spins around and pumps the water out. Why do you suppose it's made of stainless steel?
Because then when it's put in wells, it won't corrode.
You got it. So a really durable, neat-looking thing, and it works pretty well. Could you guys invent a pump as complicated as this?
Well, I think we could invent a pump.
You think you could invent a pump? I bet you could, too. Let's go over to the other table. I've got some supplies I picked up at a hardware store, and I'd like to see all of you guys and gals from the Force Group invent a pump that can pump water from the bucket into this little container. Can you do that?
Yeah.
I bet you can. Give it a try. Maybe you can even come up with more than one different type of pump. We'll check back with you later on the show and see what you've come up with.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
Isn't that the idea vision ringing? Yeah, I'll get it.
Hey, here's a neat water squirter. It's a rocket, and it runs on water and air. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. Watch it.
Don't go away. The Wrecking Crew will do their stuff.
Let's check in with our wrecking crew. How are you doing? What are you doing?
We're reverse engineering. We're finding all the neat things inside of this sprinkler.
Great. Show me what you found.
This rubber washer goes in here and keeps the water from spraying out the back.
Okay, and if it weren't for that, when you hooked up your garden hose,
Splat.
splatto. Okay, and what else have you found?
This plugs the other end.
All right, and that keeps the water in the tube and squirting. Good.
And these parts are to a crank that turns it, so it goes
Okay.
back and forth.
And what makes it, what gives it the energy to move back and forth?
When the water from the hose goes in, it turns the gear with the water pressure.
Great, so that way the whole lawn gets wet. So you've really taken this thing apart. Now, what tools have you used?
Pliers.
And screwdrivers.
Good. There's no saws and there's no hammers. Because although we call you the wrecking crew, your idea is not to destroy it, but to take it apart carefully, find the neat parts, and also find how the thing works. I think you've done that. Maybe later on you can come up with some uses for these different parts. Maybe come up with your own invention. We'll check back with you later to see if you have some ideas on how to use these parts.
Okay, cool.
Good. Remember, when you're at home doing reverse engineering or taking things apart, remember our rules.
Always ask the owner before you take apart. Always protect your eyes. Ask for an adult's help when you take apart an electrical appliance. And point sharp objects away from your body.
Hey, Glow, I'm ready to take something apart.
I think your filament is a bit too loose, Dim.
Let's try some Imagineering.
What's that?
Imagineering is when we use our imaginations to come up with neat ideas for inventions.
So what are we imagineering about?
Let's Imagineer new uses for squirters. So Alex, if you bring a piece of paper over, we'll write down all the ideas we can come up with for using squirters. And we'll have some good ideas, and we'll have some bad ideas, but out of a long list of ideas, we'll have some that are really good, and we might want to make one of those today right here on the show, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let her fly. Come up with your ideas.
Well, you could pump one up really high and put it on a skateboard and make a jet-propelled car. You could put a fire out with it.
All right, fire extinguisher, good.
You can make a boat.
You could make a boat,
Could soak your friend.
soak your friend, good.
You could use it to distract your mom if you wanted a cookie.
I like that.
Wreck your brother's hair.
Okay. You could make a game.
Well, you could knock off your teacher's toupee.
Okay, in just a few seconds, we came up with almost 20 ideas for uses for a squirter. Now, let's look at the list, and let's come up with one that we think we could work on today, all right? And which one do you like? I know which one I like, because I think we could do a good job on it today on the show.
Knock off toupee.
I'm not wearing a toupee, so that's not going to work, all right?
put a toothpaste on someone. How about cleaning?
You could do cleaning, but
What
the
about
one
the jet-propelled car?
jet-propelled car. Do you have a car we can jet propel?
Nope.
You guys
Okay.
have something like a skateboard?
I would like to see you make a game, because I think in a few minutes' time you could make a nifty game. Go ahead and circle that. And what I'd like to have you do now is we'll bring out the other piece of paper and we'll do some quick imagineering on the types of games that you could make with a squirter. And after you do that and you come up with one or two ideas for games, then we're going to have you make the game and try it out right here. Okay? This will be a mock-up game that you can use with squirters. All right? So you got the idea? Go do your imagineering and see how many ideas you can come up with really fast. Go.
Something like laser tag where you just shoot the other guy.
We'll check back with you later on. And while you're doing that, we'll check up with Angelo and see what he's into.
Boy, I don't know why they sent me out here to talk about water squirters. Ah, now I know.
That Angelo guy is all wet. Nice jams, though. It's trivia time at the Idea Factory. Who were the first people in the world that irrigated crops on a large scale? Ed will be right back with the answer.
The ancient Egyptians may have been the first people to irrigate crops. They used canals like we use here in the Central Valley. Sprinklers, like this one, are a relatively new device. The Egyptians didn't have them. They became popular only about 50 years ago when inexpensive materials like plastic and aluminum became available. People are still inventing sprinklers today. In fact, there are several companies in the valley that make sprinklers. They invent them right here. Maybe you could invent a new sprinkler and sell it to the farmers. Now, here's a famous inventor. He's not the inventor of the sprinkler, but he is in the National Inventors Hall of Fame.
Captain John Erickson was the designer of the Civil War ship, the Monitor, which launched a revolution in naval warfare with its screw-propelled steam engine. As a boy in Sweden, John Erickson studied the secrets of speed and the wings of wild geese and the tail fins of fish, believing that nature to be commanded must first be understood. By the time he was 23, Erickson had earned the rank of captain in the Swedish army for his great draftsmanship and knowledge of artillery. In 1826, he set out for new opportunities in England. Fulton's paddle wheel steamer was cumbersome and unstable on rough waters, proving to be better suited to inland waterways than the ocean. It sat high on the water, leaving it vulnerable to enemy attack. It was Ericsson's intent to increase the speed and stability of steamships with a screw propeller. But his design was met with apprehension from the tradition-bound engineers of the British Navy, prompting his move to the United States in 1839. But it wasn't until the Civil War that the full impact of his ingenuity was felt. Frantic to meet the challenge of the Confederates' ironclad ship, the Merrimac, the U.S. Navy contracted Erickson to design and construct his submerged battleship, the Monitor. When the Merrimac encountered the Monitor on March 9, 1862, she confronted a revolutionary battleship design. The Monitor contained 40 Erickson inventions, including a revolving gun turret on a solid iron deck and caloric steam engines that turned the new screw propeller. With the defeat of the Merrimac, Erickson won his place in history as the brilliant engineer who changed the course of naval warfare. Throughout his life, Erickson explored the designs of God, the greatest mechanician, in a dauntless effort to imitate nature's perfection. When he died in 1889, his body was returned to Sweden with great ceremony in an American ironclad ship, his legacy to the world.
There are lots of great inventors. Did you know that 2 U.S. presidents held patents?
Yeah, wasn't it Lincoln and Jefferson?
Boy, you guys know that, don't you? But only one of them actually held a patent. Who do you think that was?
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. Here's a picture of the device he made, or he invented. He didn't actually make it. The device is to lift ships up over the shallow bars so they can enter into a harbor. It has these inflatable pieces along the side of the ship to lift it up. Now, it's really not a very practical device, and it was never used, but lots of inventions aren't used. You have to make it to see if it works, to try your ideas out before you really know which are the good inventions and which are not. But if you're a successful inventor and make something that's really neat, you too could be selected someday for the National Inventors Hall of Fame. How's our wrecking crew coming?
Pretty good.
You've got it completely disassembled, don't you?
Yep.
And the parts, you've got the parts. Have you come up with some uses for those parts?
Well, this could be used in a piece of jewelry or a sculpture.
It looks just like a heart, doesn't it? All right, what else?
If you put the rubber washer back in here, it would be like a fountain spraying out.
That would be neat. Good. Any other parts you found that you can use?
I kind of made a automatic door opener out of putting back together the crank on a...
Now, that's really a sort of a fantasy invention because it won't open the door, but maybe you get some ideas from those fantasy inventions. That's good thinking. Keep those parts, and maybe you'll come up with all sorts of other ideas on how to use them.
Okay, thanks.
Good. Adam, how's that pump design coming?
This one is coming along great. We've got 3 basic designs. This one is flawless, and the other 2 are coming along.
All right, give me a demonstration, please.
This one's basically a turkey baster with 2 valves.
And let me see, the valve, there's a valve down here, that's a ball.
Ball bearing.
Okay, and what's the other valve?
The other valve is just a basic one-way valve where the water can only go one.
Okay,
2 is.
neat. All right,
Okay.
you got that out of one of the squirt
Okay,
guns.
now we can watch the water level here.
So you're sucking the water up, and the valve doesn't let the water go back down, and it forces it out here.
That's right, and it's definitely filling the cup.
Hey, that's neat. Good job. Way to go. You did that in just a few minutes, too.
All right.
Super. What's the second pump you came up with?
It's more of a pressure pump, really.
It's a big one at that. Go
It
ahead.
sucks up the water when you pull this back, and there's already
Okay.
water in it. And so then when you bring it back down, you push it out.
And out it squirts everywhere. All right. Super. All right, with a little more time, I think you guys would have that perfected. What's the third method?
All right, the third one hasn't really been working yet, but it's a screw that goes inside here. And
Like an
this-
Archimedes screw invented, whatever, 1,500, 2,000 years ago.
Oh, sure, make me sound real smart. Okay, and it turns and the water gets trapped in there and gets pulled up.
Now, what do you need to make this work?
Either a smaller pipe or a bigger screw.
So that's all we need, and would have 3 different designs. That's great. Jeff, what do you think? Can we do a better job if we gave you more time?
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
How about if you guys work on this and maybe show us next month on our show what you've come up with?
All right.
All right.
Okay? All right, super. Good, thank you.
Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How's the Imagineering coming?
Great.
Good.
Looks like you got a good game here. Mark, what do you call this?
Well, we call this game Knockdown.
Knockdown. Andrew, how do you play the game?
Well, you have 15 seconds to knock over as many targets as you can,
Okay, neat.
and whoever knocks over the most wins.
That's great. You guys started out with the problem of coming up with a use for the squirters. You selected the problem of a game, and then you came up with the game, and you did that in just a few minutes, and you made what looks like a real fun game, especially on a hot summer afternoon.
Yeah.
Great going, guys. I think you can even make a better game or more games, or keep playing this one. Good job. Let's check our mailbox. Thank you, guys. We'll check our mailbox, and there's no mail. There's a piece of burnt toast.
What's in a book bag? And how does that computer work? Get back to school with the Idea Factory, Saturday, September 2nd at 9:30 a.m. right here on Channel 30.
In the meantime, drop us a line with your inventive ideas or questions. We'll announce some of them on the next show, and we'll send you back a KFSN patent for your inventions. Here's our address.
Get a KFSN TV patent. Write to the Idea Factory, 1777 G Street, Fresno, California, 93706, or use email by typing ABC Stations and find KFSN TV.
We'll be back Saturday, September 2nd at 9:30 in the morning, right here on Channel 30. See what you can invent this month. Can you make a pump or a water squirter? What game can you invent? Come up with an idea and try it with your friends. Keep inventing. Hey, everybody, let's see if Mr. Pendleton has a cookie for us. He does, all right.
Yeah!
Get in there.
Cookies.